Welcome to CardsHQ. So much is happening inside this store. I can't wait to show you around. Let's go.
Today, I want to focus on the physical space and how we're going to use the space. So I want to kind of walk through and talk a little bit about our business plan in relation to all of this.
So when you walk into this store, the first thing you're going to see here is a ton of showcases. We're actually putting Pokemon and trading card games at the front of the store. Don't worry, we got a ton of sports cards as the store goes on.
You know, first of all, obviously, you come in the front door, people instantly are going to be hopefully overwhelmed.
Yeah, that you just think this is like absurd. Literally walls and walls of cards and sealed product.
Look at this wall here. So it's covered up right now, but what this is an entire wall of shelving all the way down here. All the way down here, we got shelving all the way down. This is going to be full from bottom to top of all of the new releases of Pokemon, Lorcana, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Marvel, Star Wars, all of the non-sports and TCG that you could dream of.
So we decided to put all of the trading card games right at the front of the store, because that way people who are looking in from the outside, people who just happen to be passing by and may not be familiar with the sports card investor brand because they're not sports card collectors, but they're into Pokemon. We want those people to gaze inside the store and go, wow, this place is for me.
This is our value bin island. Literally an entire 20-foot long island that is covered with value bins for people to sit down, thumb through bins, and find the dollar cards of their dreams. But this is not the only spot. We've got more space over here for value bins along our front cash register area. We've got tons of low price cards so people can come in and find cards for as little as 50 cents of players that they love.
As a collector, I hope this resonates as kind of the ultimate place for the card collector to go.
Going through the cards we have an insane amount of awesome cards. I mean, we have different patches, different autographs of all the big names.
It's not, though, just about the people coming into our store in Atlanta. We have found a way to bring what is in our showcases to people all over the world.
Welcome to our breaker cabanas at CardsHQ. These rooms may not look like a lot today, but they're about to be filled with state-of-the-art equipment to create the best live selling and breaking experience that you have ever seen. Part of our plan at CardsHQ is to make this the world's local card shop, and that means we need to be available not just to the people in Atlanta who come see the store, but we need to be available to everybody over the entire world, and we will do that through live streaming, through live selling, and through breaking. And the really neat thing is this is open to the rest of the store. When you come into the CardsHQ store, you can come along here and see what is being broken by these different breakers. They're sold by the live sellers. There's TVs up above which are going to show the stream so you can follow along what's happening.
I think I'm going to try to wire up like a siren system or something, right? So that like if somebody hits a big card, everybody in the store is like, oh, I want to go see what just happened in that Cabana, right?
I think the mix between the in-store experience and the online experience is a real difference maker for us.
I mean, we're going to be super transparent with what we're doing. We have a camera overhead, we have a camera left and right of the breaker. I mean, the amount of production quality that we have behind this is absolutely insane.
We're going to make a more personal live experience for you to buy cards online.
This is our featured live selling cabana at CardsHQ, a double-sized cabana that will create the most unique live card auction experience that you've ever seen. These walls will be filled with cards, and when we're live streaming, we're gonna literally pull cards off of the wall and one by one live auction them in rapid-paced auctions. I can't wait to get this live and to let all of you experience CardsHQ no matter where you are. All of these are gonna come online in February. We're gonna start streaming in February to the world.
So anybody who joins the stream, you know, if we're on Whatnot or Fanatics Live or whatever platform we might be on, TikTok Shopping or eBay Live in the future, people will be able to join and they'll be able to see like, you know, oh, these are all the cards that are upcoming.
A lot of times you're seeing random cards pop on the screens, 15 seconds sudden death. You know, a lot of people don't have time to think. I think it's going to bring us a lot of consistency. It's going to make our customers happy. It's going to make us happier. It's really exciting what we're going to be doing in that featured cabana.
Look at all of this space. All of this area behind me is going to be filled with rows and rows of showcases. You literally will be able to come into the store and you're gonna walk a mile just going up and down every single one of these rows of showcases. Cards everywhere on both sides. I promise your legs are going to hurt by the time you see every single card in our store, because that's how many cards we're gonna have on display. 14 football fields worth of cards that are all gonna be throughout this open area of the store.
We are being so ambitious about having all of these showcases and all of these cards.
I mean, we've been able to track every single card, and that's taken an extra effort. So I think the beauty of that is that we're gonna be able to track where our cards are in the store. So if you're looking for a specific player, one of our retail associates can help you find those cards that you're looking for.
They're not your typical showcases. We custom manufactured very specific showcases because they didn't exist in the US.
When you went to Japan, you gave us that idea. It's like, hey, what could we do here?
Vertical really being the key, right? Like these inserts are standing up tall.
The ability to be able to see every single card clearly is going to be such an advantage for not us, but for the customer. You don't got to bend down. It's going to be comfortable to look at cards all the time.
Welcome to the brand new Sports Card Investor Studio, and you better get used to this view because this is going to be the background of all of our Sports Card Investor shows going forward, like Top 5 and Cards on the Table. So this studio is going to be all glassed in. This is going to be a solid glass wall with the store in the background. People are going to be able to watch what we're filming through the glass. Our main anchor desk is going to be here, so we'll be sitting here to do our shows, and then we've got room over here to do our podcast set for the Jeff Wilson show. So a really nice flexible studio space that gives us a lot of great options for filming, and most importantly allows us to share that experience with everybody who comes into CardsHQ.
So this is the first time where we're going to be filming our regular shows and actually have them like really fully open to the public. And that's gonna be what we're gonna do all the time now. You know, it almost a little bit like when you watch College Game Day on ESPN, you know, and you see the crowd in the background. Now, I don't quite know that it's gonna, you know, I'm not sure people are gonna show up with signs, but maybe they will.
I remember when we saw the studio for the first time, we were like, oh, this is so cool. And so now for everyone to be able to see it here in Atlanta, I think it's gonna be special.
Welcome to our giant customer lounge, one of the funnest places in the store where customers will bring their cards into trade and sit back and relax and watch all of the big games on our giant television sets. Part of our mission at CardsHQ is to create a better collector community, to help strengthen and build the collector community. And what that means is that we've got to have a place for collectors to gather. So these boxes right here, these are going to be the center point of different 90-inch television sets that we're going to have wired up in the store with the sports packages so you can come watch every NFL game and NBA game and all that kind of stuff. We've got couches, we've got tables for trading and for playing trading card games. It goes all the way down here, and it's where I hope you bring your cards and come hang out.
We've been trying to think collector first. How do we create the ultimate collector experience? And I believe if a store is going to create a really great collector experience, they ideally will offer an area for the collectors to come hang out. It builds community, and we want this store to be the hub of the collector community here in the Southeast United States. We're gonna have seating for about 50 people just at the actual tables for TCG gameplay or for trading.
If you want to spend the whole day here, spend the whole day here. You're welcome.
I just want to see a mix of, the Pokemon collectors and sports cards collectors maybe learning from each other, and maybe the sports card collectors go to the TCG and try joining one of our TCG tournaments.
To be able to be in here, you can watch a basketball game, you can watch a baseball game, watch a football game, and then, you see a player go off and you want to buy a card. You're here.
So the customer lounge is going to be really cool, but maybe even cooler is what is next to it. When we were originally conceptualizing this store many months ago, we said we needed an attraction that people want to come into the store and really be part of. That's exciting, that's cool, that's novel, that they can share with their friends and that they can share with other collectors.
This is the most fun element in this store, our Breaker Arena, where you're going to be able to buy boxes and sit down, rip them open while a live audience watches both here in the store and streaming around the world. We're gonna have a big custom breaking table built by one of the leading poker table manufacturers, completely custom, tricked out with card cameras integrated inside it. And you'll be able to sit down right here and open a box of cards. As you're opening the cards, the audience will see, we'll have giant TVs up here so the audience can see the feeds from the camera. So as you pull a card, they'll see what those cards are back here, and everybody's going to be sitting over here in these bleachers. This is open to anybody who comes into CardsHQ and buys a box of any type. Buy a blaster box, it doesn't matter. Grab one, sit down, break it, let the world see it, because this entire section of the store is live streaming all day and night, all the time.
I think a lot of people like to be in breaks, right? And now you can do it with your friends. Like, I think that's the coolest part. You can bring your buddies, you guys can pack battle, or you guys can watch each other rip boxes. You don't got to send videos like, look at what I just pulled. It's going to be a wait. So come here, buy your boxes, be ready to wait a little bit, but I think it's going to be exciting.
These rooms over here, these might look a little bit boring compared to the rest of the store. These just kind of look like standard offices, but the purpose they serve is extremely important. These are our buying offices, and that's critically important because we're going to be buying cards in CardsHQ all the time.
We got two of these buying offices. Carter, you might be in one. Ryan, you might be in the other.
Yeah, we're going to have really comfortable buying offices to provide real liquidity. If you break a box right next door in our break arena and you don't want the cards, come bring them to me and I'll buy them.
Creating that liquidity is a big deal because that then helps collectors reinvest in other cards. We're going to be ready for people to walk in the store with their collections, and we're going to be ready to make them good offers on everything.
This is our checkout area, and these guys are hard at work putting it all together. And right behind the checkout counter, that is a giant wall of every sealed box you can possibly imagine. Above it is going to be a really cool, massive CardsHQ logo on the wall.
Why should collectors be excited about this store?
The cool sealed products that we haven't really talked about a lot. We got, I'm looking over here at a huge slat wall that we got to fill with sealed product. We got over 20 showcases of sealed product as well. I'm really excited about the product that people are going to see coming into the store.
All right, I've showed you a lot of the store. It's still obviously being worked on. There's so much activity that's taking place, and we've got a lot of work left to do because we are going to be open in just a few weeks' time. That's incredible to think about. January 27th for our preview trade night at Culture Collision, and February 1st open to the public. We will be ready, but we're going to be working around the clock between now and then to get ready.
It will strengthen the entire collecting ecosystem in our area. That's what we want. Mm-hmm. I believe that as more card shops open, it's more of like a 1 + 1 = 3 scenario, right? That more card shops create a stronger collecting community in the city that they're in. We want here at CardsHQ to build a stronger collector base in Atlanta, to get more people into collecting and to let them experience everything that's great about collecting sports cards and TCG. And I believe we're going to achieve that here.
What I showed you today is just the beginning. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be revealing even more secrets about all the incredible things inside CardsHQ. So make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you soon with our next one. Take care.
I'm sorry, homie, I don't mean to be flawless. Yeah, I seen that envy and yeah, I want you saw this. Yeah, and when you shoot your shot and make you a target, you getting got, they wanna take all your power.